My name is Rajat Nair. My register number is URK19CS1107. Today we're gonna talk about on the topic classes and objects in Java. So, so we will go to the questions. So first question is to a bookshop maintains the inventory of books that are being sold at the shop. The list includes details such as author, title, price, publisher, and stock position. Whenever a customer wants a book, the salesperson inputs the title and author. The system searches the list and displays whether it is variable or not. If it is not, an appropriate message is displayed. If it is, then the system displays the book details and requests for the number of copies required. If the requested copies are available, the total cost of the requested copies is displayed. Otherwise, the message required copies is not in stock is displayed. Design a system using a class called books with suitable member functions and constructors. Also incorporate the following features. The price of the books should be updated as when required. Use a private member function to implement this. Second, the stock value of each book should be automatically updated as soon as a transaction is completed. The number of successful and unsuccessful transactions should be recorded for the purpose of statistical analysis. Use static data members to keep count of transactions. So let's move on to the code. So here is the code. It says that input java.util.scanner. Scanner is an it's a library. It's like kind of a library that will accept many library values. Like so, now create a class book with string book name, string author name, int quantity, float, cost, string published by, and int book quantity copy. Now create a book function which is again as a constructor class. So give all the values as empty because we have to store it in each value. So give all the values as empty. So book name will be null, author name will be null, quantities and cost are int values, so they will be as stored as 0, and then published by null. Now create a public book. This is a type of prototypes, like for calling all the constructors objects. So author name equal to author, book name equal to title, cost equal to price, published by equals to publisher, quantity equals to stock, book quantity copy equals to quantity. So now what we have to do, we need to give some prices for the cost of the book. So we have in price, this the cost will be price only. So now we have to update if a person if a customer purchases a book, then the quantity which is available in the store will be -1. So it's like this quantity equal to quantity minus I. So I is basically we have to initialize a number I variable so that we can assess values in further main function. So here is our main function. So main functions in which we have created a book with new book 50. So it's like we have initialized some variable chi equal to 0, so will count and not sold. So what we have done, three objects, obji, where I is starting initialized as 0. So here it will go 0, then I will change to 1, then here it will go 1, then 2, then here 2. So it goes on like this by I equal to I plus 1. So we have created three objects so that the bookshop or book library has some books and authors, right? So what we have to do, we have created a do while loop so that we can give some menu to the users for user or the customer to add some book or to search a book or to update any price. It's this do while loop is only for the shopkeeper, the bookkeeper, something like that. So the seller will keeping all the records. So if you are a seller, you can keep the records like this. Now in switch case statements we can get for adding values for add book. If you have case 1, it will provide enter the name, the title of the book, the enterprise, then publisher, the stock. So stock is basically how many stock is there for that book, how many pieces, how many book of that particular title is available by the particular author. So the case 2 is for search. So if a customer comes to the seller and asks this name of the book and the author name, so the seller can go with the name of the, if he gives the name of the book and the author name, then he can retrieve all the details about that book. So this for loop is for that purpose only. So it will provide that if the book is there, then the book here obj, so object, so book name dot equals b name. So it will go and check this all objects created and check whether the book is available or not. If it is found, it will provide all the details like cost, quantity, and how many quantities left. If you buy the if the customer buys, then quantity will be quantity minus 1 for the next customer. So here is code being like, then it will ask, do you wish to purchase the item? If yes, then it will continue how many quantities, enter the quantities, is like that. So total cost will be total sold count plus 1 and so on. So we can say that system.out.print, if not, then book not found. So if book not found, then system.out.print the unsuccessful transaction, and it will also provide total successful transaction. So sold count will be total successful transaction, and not sold will be total unsuccessful transaction. So basically we have entered the name. This case 3 will for update. So if we want to update any book's name, so it will go and update the book. It will check whether the name of the book is here or not, and then it will update. So simply the codes work on like this, and the case 4 will be displaying all the books detail. So case 4 is like, if you give the book name will come, author name will come, publisher name, price, quality, all that will come, and then we can run this code. So if we run this code, here you can see this is one, it's not there. So add book. So if the seller press 1, you can see enter the author name of the book. So if I provide Rajat, so author name is ready, title, any title, system, title of the book is system, enter the price is like 27, you can give 27, enter the publisher, lib, any publisher you want from your side, enter the stock, 23 items only. So here is the book. We have added all the details of a book and the author. Now if we can see, if we the seller displayed the item like 4, if we display all 4, he will give press 4, then all the books item will be displayed like the previous objects, object 1, object 2, object 3, and the object 4 that is created by the new customer. So here you can see, and then as the code runs, so now if the user want to update, he will give 3, enter the name of the book, so system, enter the price 25. So here you can see I have entered the price 25. So basically the update function is for the price. So if any price changes, because sales will come, and then so we can say that price will be fluctuating. So if we now give 4, so we can see my price have changed to 25. Before it was 27, so we can see now my price is 25. So the code is right. Moving on to the next question. Next question states that write a menu driven application to maintain the smartphone technical specification for various brands Using Java, using constructors, getter and setter functions, your application must contain the following functionalities. For each mobile, your application must maintain the details such as product name, operating system, display size, memory, etc. Get the product details from the admin, and in the menu given the user options to add, edit, delete or display the smartphone details. So it's basically a system of smartphone technical specification. So let's move on to the code. So basically we have provided some importing statements like import java.util.scanner, import java.util and star. This will provide all the libraries, all the functions in this scanner functions. So now provide a class mobile where we have string name, int size, string OS, int memory, and then scanner sc.new scanner system.in. So basically we have given some objects. So now we will provide a mobile constructor so that we can give all the values as null, because we need to store it first. So we have provided all the values as null. So name equal to double inverted commas, size 0, OS is like for operating system, so I have given OS equal to inverted commas, so memory equal to 0. Now we have provided a constructor like string a into b for fetching up all the values for this class mobile. So basically what we have done, for get name we have written name, get size, get OS, and get memory. Also we can set all the values string a, as string a is like for name equal to a, b for size, and c for OS operating system, and d for memory. So what we have to do, we have need to give some functions to retrieve all the values. So like for first add, so add will go and give, we can in add function we have provided name, and then enter size, enter operating system, enter memory. So this is a normal one, we can see this is the normal syntax used for fetching the values from the user. So add is like that. Now we have to edit. If edit, we need to edit something, so we will give some, if we will give the user will ask a name. So if we give the name, if the name is right, then it will go to the switch case statements. So if we, what we have to do for a name, like if we provide some mobile and if I need to change the specification, so basically what it did, case 1 will go to enter size, and if we can change the size, we can change the operating system by case 2. Case 3 is for changing the entry memory size. So basically if we give a name and that name is equal to the name above in the classes, so it will go and edit all the details. Now we have to if we want to delete a specific mobile specs, so what we have to do, give name, and which checks the name is or there or not. If there, we can provide all values 0, so that if I provide a Redmi phone, so what will do, the delete function will go and delete all the specification, all the names of Redmi if they they are in the class above class. So display is for displaying all the datas which are there for mobile specifications. So what is a void function? Void function means for creating objects. So basically int count 0 and equal to 0. So basically if it's a menu driven function, so what we have to do, we need to call all the functions in a system.out.println in a menu format. So we need again switch cases for add, edit, delete and display. For case 1, if the number of mobiles you have entered is 1, it will go and enter all the details. If you provide 2 mobile phones, then you will be available to enter 2 mobile details. So basically I have stored it in array. So array, what is array? Array, you can store many objects in same data for retrieving more mobiles functions. So case 2 is for this edit, and 3 for delete is the main function. So main function only does the main functioning of the code of what we have to do basically. So case 2 will be edit, case 3 will delete all the if we provide a name, and case 4 will give all the details of the mobile. All the specification will provide by the case 4. Case 4 is for display. Now if we want now again we can, it's a menu driven function, so we can't quit again. so we need to ask, do you want to continue, or yes or no. So we have, if yes, then it will go again run the whole code. If no, it will stop. So if we run this code, so here you can see add. So I am adding one. So enter the number of mobile. I need to add two mobile numbers. So enter the address of first mobile. Let me take Redmi. Enter size of the phone 6 inches. So 6, I provided 6. Enter the operating system. So for here again, after that I need to change some settings. So I have provided a wrong information about enter operating system. So basically I am providing iOS. Basically it's an Android, so but I am providing iOS, so that I can change it afterward. Now enter memory 4000. So enter details of second mobile I take a Vivo. Enter size 7, and then enter operating system Android. Now memory 5000. Now do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Now if you see, if I need to display the details, here I have pressed 4 and display the details have field. So name, size, operating system for Redmi and Vivo is there. Now do you want to continue? Yes, so I need to continue it. Now you can see, you can edit. So enter the name Redmi. I need to edit the Redmi phone specification. So select option to edit. So I need to change the operating system. So I give 2. Now enter operating system. Now I in starting I have written iOS, so I need to change it to Android. So basically Android is also completed. Now do you want to continue? Yes. And if you say, if you display again, Android is changed. So what here is iOS was there, now Android has come. So basically the code goes like this. Now here the starting in starting I have created details of first mobile and second mobile, and then I have displayed it. Now I want to change some specifications, so I have edited it by second. So again we have displayed it so hence the code is right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is define a class in Java with the following description. So basically it has a data member, flight number, destination, distance, fuel of type integer, type string, type float, type float. Now we have to calculate, we have to give a function called calFuel to calculate the value of fuel as per the following criteria. So criteria is basically this. So we will go according to this criteria only. Now we have to provide feed info to allow user to enter value for all the variables, and then for calling function calFuel to calculate the quantity of fuel. So a function show info to allow user to view the content of all the data members. Okay. So let's move on to the code. Now we can see import java.util.scanner is the basic importing statement we need to do with the scanner function. So now we have provided a class flight with int of flight number, string of distance, float distance, scanner su equal to new scanner system dot. So basically we have created variables. Now we have provided a flight function for giving all the values of the class equal to 0, because we need to give the values, we need to set the values. So start in initialize, we have initialized it empty. So basically we have created a private function flight with another variable, so that we can store it in another variable like abc. So flight number will be equal to a, destination will be equal to b, distance equal to z. Now we want to get the values and set the values. So for getting, we need to give int get flight number, return flight, which will return flight number, string get destination, which will return destination because it's a string function. So now float get distance will return distance. Same, we can set the all the values, set flight number and set distance, distance and destination. Now what we have to do, we need to give a calFuel function for a distance. So basically you in this we can see some, here are the some ranges for less than equal to 1000, fuel value will be 500, more than 100 and less than 2000, the value will be 1100, and more than 2000, the value will be 2200. So here I have created float fuel. If I have initialized a k value for if k less than equal to 1000, so k will go for distance. Basically it's a distance. We are checking if distance is less than equal to 1000, fuel will give 500. If k greater than 1000 and k less than 2000, it will give 1100, else fuel will be above 2200. So what we have to do, we need to call two functions, which is feed info and and show info. Basically feed info is used to give all the variables, all the values from the user. So basically we are retrieving values from the user. So enter the flight number, this one, which will set flight number A, and then enter destination, which will set destination B, and then enter distance, which will set distance C. So basically this function retrieves all the variables from all the values for the variables from the user. User will give all the values to these variables. So what we have to do now, show info. Show info is for information about the flight number, destination, distance, and calculating fuel. So basically cal fuel is done by this. So we have called cal fuel function for providing fuel for the distance. So now we have created a main function in which I have created a flight obj equal to new flight obj dot show info. So basically obj dot show info will go to this function, and then it will print all these things, and when it will go to field info, it will provide the feed info function. So if we run this code, here you can see information. So enter the flight number. Basically if a flight number I am giving 101 is a flight number, and enter destination. So I am providing Delhi. Okay, so enter distance. If the distance is 1000, so it will give flight number 101. It will provide all the, it's a show info, and it will go for feed info all too. So both functions are executed in only one main function. So we can see total fuel required will be 500 liters. Thank you.